free. So I can get anything and everything that I want at his house. So I think I'm gonna be there for 20, 30 more years.
I used to lie about what my dad's occupation was. I'd say he's a construction worker, or he's doing time right now, or pick the characters that he actually did in movies and just go with it like they were real.
Hey guys, what's up? We're here today to read some of your comments and tweets. Scroll through social media in real time, so who knows what we're gonna find.
It's a little bit of a roast battle.
I mean, that is how this whole show started. You roasting me online.
We're family. It's our job to make fun of each other, you know?
Hollywood is full of good-looking people and apparently strong genes. From David Beckham and his mini-me Brooklyn, Prince William and his near-clone Prince George, here's what some of your favorite celebrity fathers and their doppelganger offspring look like at the same age. First is Will Smith and Jaden Smith at 21.
Everything at his house is free. So I can get anything and everything that I want at his house. So I think I'm gonna be there for 20, 30 more years.
When Will Smith was turning 21, the rapper was going by Fresh Prince, but he hadn't yet landed his breakout role on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. By the same age, Jaden was also pursuing a career in music and has already had a strong influence in the fashion world. Next is Tom Hanks and Colin Hanks at 41. By the age of 41, Tom had already won 2 Academy Awards for Best Actor in consecutive years. His son Colin has followed his father into show business, and by the same age had a solid number of credits under his belt, from King Kong to House Bunny. Another is Prince Charles and Prince William at 37. Prince Charles was nearing the end of his marriage to Princess Diana and had recently welcomed his second son, Prince Harry, by his late 30s. As for Prince William, he'd been married for 8 years and had 3 kids. Next is Prince Charles and Prince Harry at 35. Prince Charles welcomed his first son, an heir, a couple of years before his 35th birthday. As for Prince Harry, he was a couple years behind his father and welcomed his first son at 35. Another is Kirk Douglas and Michael Douglas at 30.
I'm too young to have a son getting a Lifetime Achievement Award. You know,
both Kirk and Michael Douglas had distinguished acting careers and were considered part of A-list Hollywood. Back when Kirk was 30, he had just landed his first role in the film The Strange Love of Martha Ivers, while Michael, at the same age, was busy starring on the show The Streets of San Francisco. Next is Michael Douglas and Cameron Douglas at 43. Just like Michael is the spitting image of his father, his son Cameron very much resembles him. At 43, Michael starred in the 1987 hit Fatal Attraction, while Cameron kicked off an acting career of his own in The Runner. Next up is Clint Eastwood and Scott Eastwood at 28. By the time he turned 28, Scott was already following in his father's footsteps and pursuing a career in acting, landing roles in 2015's The Longest Ride and 2016's Squad. Another is Arnold Schwarzenegger and Patrick Schwarzenegger at 23. Former Mr. Universe Arnold and his son with Maria Shriver, Patrick, proved that the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. By the age of 23, Patrick had worked as both a model and an actor, though we don't think he'll be running for governor anytime soon. Next up is LeBron James and Bronny James in their late teens.
Knock down. Great shot.
When your dad is one of the best NBA players of all time, it's only natural that you follow suit. Bronny is well on his way to playing professionally, with LeBron often showing up to his son's games to coach and cheer him on. Another is Jerry Stiller and Ben Stiller at 44. It's no wonder Ben Stiller is one of comedy's biggest names. Comedic genius runs in his blood, as his father was Jerry Stiller, who enjoyed a successful career spanning almost 70 years. Both actors were well known in Hollywood by their mid-40s. Next is John Lennon and Sean Lennon at 40. Although his father was assassinated in 1980 at the age of 40, Sean Lennon has upheld his father's name with honor by working as a musician, singer-songwriter, and guitarist. Next is Bob Marley and Ziggy Marley at 36. Sadly, at the age of 36, Jamaican musician and cultural icon Bob Marley passed away. At the same age as his late father, Ziggy Marley looked almost identical and was carrying on his dad's legacy as a musician. Another on the list is Donald Sutherland and Kiefer Sutherland at 52.
I'm going to embarrass him right now. I have always felt that not only is my father one of the most prolific actors in the English language, I think he's also one of the most important. And he's someone that I wanted to work with for my whole career.
Donald Sutherland, who shot to fame in shows like MASH and Dirty Dozen, hit his stride in the film industry when he won acclaim for his roles in 1900 and Ordinary People. His son, Kiefer, rose to fame for the 80s film, The Lost Boys, and was later on the hit TV show 24. Next is Marlon Brando and grandson Tuki Brando in their mid-20s. There's no mistaking that jawline. The grandson of Marlon Brando, Tuki Brando, carries on the iconic actor's legacy of devilish good looks working as a model for brands like Versace. Next is Alan Thicke and Robin Thicke at 42.
But by the time he was 15, he was better than me. So no, I'm just happy to be in the studio with him once in a while and see what he's up to, and it's always something good.
Alan Thicke was America's favorite sitcom dad on Growing Pains throughout his late 30s and early 40s. But the late actor's son, Robin Thicke, has paved his own way in the entertainment industry as a singer and has had several big hits by the same age, including Blurred Lines. Next up is Rob Lowe and John Owen Lowe at 24.
Hey guys, what's up? We're here today to read some of your comments and tweets. Scroll through social media in real time, so who knows what we're gonna find.
It's a little bit of a roast battle.
I mean, that is how this whole show started. You roasting me online.
We're family. It's our job to make fun of each other, you know?
Rob Lowe was an 80s heartthrob during his teenage years. While his son, John, didn't spend his teen years in the public eye, he did appear in a few projects with his father and brother, including a reality series called The Lowe Files. Next is Glenn Frey and Deacon Frey in their early 20s. The late, great Glenn Frey and his son shared more in common than just their long hair. Deacon Frey kept Glenn's musical legacy alive after his passing in 2016 and began touring with his father's band, the Eagles, as a guitarist and vocalist. Next is Martin Sheen and Emilio Estevez at 29. Martin Sheen clearly passed some serious acting chops on to son, Emilio Estevez, who was a member of the Brat Pack in the 1980s and has made a name for himself in his own right in Hollywood. Another is Tommy Lee and Brandon Thomas Lee at 23. At 23 years old, Brandon Thomas Lee, the son of Tommy Lee and Pamela Anderson, opted for a different career than his father's in Mötley Crüe. Instead of music, he pursed acting and was one of the newcomers on the Hills. New beginnings. Next is Denzel and John David Washington.
My father is. I used to lie about what my dad's occupation was. I'd say he's a construction worker, or he's doing time right now, or pick the characters that he actually did in movies and just go with it like they were real.
Denzel Washington is a modern acting legend, but his son John David Washington is quickly following in his dad's footsteps with leading roles in projects like Spike Lee's BlacKkKlansman, 2018, and Christopher Nolan's Tenet, 2020. John David got his start in small, uncredited roles in some of Denzel's most beloved films, like Malcolm X, 1992, and Devil in a Blue Dress, 1995. But now he's a movie star in his own right. Another is Stellan, Alexander, and Walter Skarsgård. Like father, like son seems to be the rule the Skarsgård family lives by. Patriarch Stellan Skarsgård has over 100 acting credits to his name, and it's clear his children were watching. 4 of his 8 children are actors. His most famous offspring, Alexander, rose to fame on the popular HBO vampire series True Blood, and has since gone on to star in high-profile projects such as The Legend of Tarzan and Big Little Lies, the latter of which earned the actors several awards, including an Emmy. Next is James and Josh Brolin. How do you one-up a dad like James Brolin with his Emmy-winning acting career and long-lasting marriage with Barbra Streisand? You become a full-fledged movie star like Josh Brolin, with a list of enviable acting credits including Milk, for which he was nominated for an Oscar. Deadpool, Avengers, Infinity War, Avengers, Endgame, and Dune. Next is Ice Cube and O'Shea Jackson Jr.
O'Shea Jackson Jr. starred Straight Outta Compton, and I play Ice Cube, producer Straight Outta Compton.
As the spitting image of his father, Ice Cube, It's no surprise that O'Shea Jackson Jr. made his big screen debut playing his father in the 2015 NWA biopic Straight Outta Compton. Since his breakout performance, Jackson has appeared in Disney Plus's Obi-Wan Kenobi and a steady string of films, including Godzilla, King of the Monsters, and Just Mercy. But the young actor has his work cut out for him if he hopes to catch up to his father's long list of acting credits. Next is Gary and Jake Busey. While he has yet to star in films as popular as Point Break or Lethal Weapon like his father Gary, Jake Busey has maintained a consistent acting career, appearing on television shows like From Dusk Till Dawn, Ray Donovan, Marvel's Agents of SHIELD, LA's Finest, and Season 3 of Stranger Things. Another is Brian and Allison Williams.
Oh my God, is he a diaper changer? He's gonna be offended by even the question. He is the world's, he thinks, fastest diaper changer.
How fast?
He brags that he can change even a poop diaper in under 60 seconds.
While Brian Williams rose to popularity as a respected newsman and nightly anchor, though he was demoted in 2015 for misrepresenting events while he was covering the Iraq War in 2003, Allison Williams chose to pursue acting. She rose to fame on HBO's Girls and has continued to work steadily in films like Get Out, 2017, and on the TV adaptation of a series of unfortunate events. Next is Damon Wayans and Damon Wayans Jr.
I'm still jealous of his hair. Are you kidding me? I lost my hair when I was like 22.
You better toss it around.
Because of him.
Within a family of entertainers too big to count are Damon Wayans and Damon Wayans Jr. From Happy Endings to New Girl to Lethal Weapon, the father even turned up on his son's sitcom, Happy Together. Next is Alan and Adam Arkin. While Adam Arkin has followed in his father Alan's footsteps as an actor, it seems he is just as passionate about a career behind the camera, directing episodes of Masters of Billions, Fargo, and The Offer, to name a few. Let us know in the comments section which of this father and son celeb interests you the most. Also remember to subscribe to this channel.